Hey beautiful YouTubers, it's Tess, and this is the yellow mottling layer. Need paint thinner and bismuth yellow 07. Oh, today's Sunday. Gotta watch Once Upon a Time. And Walking Dead. Does Walking Dead come on Sunday? I don't remember. You won't need much of this. A little goes a long way, just like with the blue. Mixy, mixy. I'm gonna get a watery consistency, and once again, this is a very, very thin layer, just like the purple. Only difference is we have some undertones to do on the face. Again, very thin. Get whatever sponge you use for your yellow blending. I do have a specific one, but it's kind of hard to tell sometimes. There we go. Because the yellow is always very thin. And what you're going to do is under the eyes, right in this area, you're going to do some yellow. And then there's going to be blue undertones here. And right above them, you have some yellow ones. And then go over the nose and just dab the chin. And this is all with yellow, but it is super, super, super thin. And I always do it in some of the first layers. I know other Reborn artists do them in the later layers, but I think they look a little bit more under the skin here. The blue undertones, on the other hand, I like to do a little bit later because it's hard for them to show up sometimes. And I just do the very bottom part of the nose. Then we blend. And these different, the yellows and the reds and the blushing and the blues, they add just so much depth and realism and, you know, differentiation in color that really brings the baby to life. So. Got really bad lighting in here, so it's hard to tell if I'm even doing decent. Not bad. And it's all very subtle. This is nothing you guys will see on camera. This is just watching me reborn. It's not a tutorial. And then we get our mottling. I use the same mottling thing for purple and reddish colored mottling, but for yellow mottling I have a separate one. And the circles are a little bit smaller on my yellow model sponge. I like to let those dry a little bit before I model the face. So same pattern as the other one. I do hands, face, and then feet. 1, 2, 3. And this one's even more subtle than the purple layer. I still have Ireland in my head. This is really like horrible lighting to do this in. Every time I pounce or whatever, the shadow of my hand kind of casts over it and I can't tell where I've modeled. But Mom doesn't want me at the kitchen table, so she doesn't want me here either, but I'm going to Reborn somewhere downstairs. It's just too much work getting, not only too much work, I don't have any room. My room is already small. And all I have is a little TV dinner table, like a fold out table that is about this big. Bottom line, that is not fit for reborning. I can't even set my kit on it. Like, it's just big enough for my paints, and I put my kit on a stand on the floor. And it's just, there's too much risk that you're gonna bump something, or, you know, the kit's gonna fall off the stand if you're carrying it around that far, like downstairs and stuff. And I'm not gonna lie, it's just, you know, it's nice to be right by the oven. Have I done that like it? Normally I do the far one first. It's getting done a second time if I didn't. The head. Sorry I'm not talking as much. My mom kind of ruined my mood. Oh, the purple mottling looks really good.
That's mine.
And with this layer, it's not so integral that you hit every spot because the yellow mottling is very, very subtle. And don't forget the little ears. You're not going to notice a difference. It's all in the overall effect. It's really about the, you know, multiple layers, you know, bakes in between. You know, you're not going to be able to make a very realistic doll in 5 layers. The translucence of the skin and the under the skin details is what really makes the baby look more alive. I'm actually going to touch up the lips a little bit too. I still have my purple that I used for the purple mottling, which is very thin. Gonna stir it up a little bit so I don't get the little specks. And at this step, I go out. And then I'm also going to do the little crease above the lip on the inside. That's my purple blender thing. Oh, and then above the eye, you do a little bit of purple. And these kind of things, like especially the purple over the eyes, the lips, the blushing on the cheeks and the nose, these are all done in several layers. All right, so now there's a little bit of depth to the face because there's lighter tones on the bottom, you know, there's the yellows, and then there's the purple on the top. So now there's a little bit more depth to the eyes, which is really nice on the Cooper kit because he's got really nice eyes. And now the lips are starting to pop just a little bit more. These are all very, very, very subtle. Can't emphasize that enough. You'll run into a lot less problems if your layers are super, super subtle. Anyway, love you guys. Bye.